Welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 14. I've been busy off camera, as you do, and I've pretty much finished the castle library. If you come over here, here it is. I kind of regret not building it on camera, but at the same time, I don't. I haven't really had the motivation to sit down and record a whole lot. And I just decided one day to hop on Minecraft, and this is where I spawned in. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build. And so that's exactly what I did. I built. I still have the interior to mess around with. In terms of the exterior, it's done. It's very wood heavy, and I think that's okay. I went with deep slate tiles, kind of how I did over here. I think it works. I'm iffy on this back half right here. It was going to, well, as you probably know, I believe from last episode, I had the same design on the front, and I tore it all down and just made it flat. And I'm glad I did, because this looks way better, I think, than what I could have come up with the stone brick. But here it is. I really love these windows. Really love this build. I think it turned out perfectly, just how I imagined it to be. I want to kind of do something a little bit different today. I don't really want to focus on the build. I just want to work on getting my stuff together. I want to get all my shulker boxes organized and replenished, because they've definitely, my supply for building blocks has definitely took a hit these past couple of episodes, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna put everything away and go to my storage room up in my house, take everything out, and kind of restock everything. If I need something, I'm just gonna go and collect it. I think it's time I do a little bit of a resource gathering episode. So first things first, I need to empty my inventory. I don't need to have all this excess stuff. Oh my gosh, look how many brown mushrooms I have. Maybe I could do something with those in the future. Alright, next thing I need to do is clean up all these boats, because I don't know why I always put down so many boats. I think what happens is I go to the nether and then I come back and I just don't want them in my inventory, so I just spam them down. I don't like that. So let's put the boats away. I'm sure they're gonna come back sooner rather than later. As well as this bed. There doesn't need to be a bed here. I'm just gonna shove this bed somewhere right there. Take out each and every shulker box and go through them, because there's also some in here that I kind of want to get rid of. There's some in here that I don't need. I don't know. I'm just gonna put them down randomly. I was gonna kind of organize them, but that's just gonna take way too long, so I'm just gonna throw them down randomly. I have the hologram bow. That's so colorful. Alright. Now, let's see. This is sand. I know why I have the shulker box. This is for the museum. This pink one, this is bricks. I don't need tuff and mud in here. It's just, oh, copper. Don't need copper in there. Wool is good. I'm gonna start with wool, of all things. If I need more wool for a build, I'll just make note of it in my journal. Oh, I missed one. Backpack. This should be okay. I actually think I can throw in a crafting table. Glass is fine. Redstone. I never do redstone. That one's gonna be okay. Stones. I'll save that one for later. Coarse dirt. I don't need a coarse dirt shulker box, so that can go in there. Logs. Wood. Shinies. This one doesn't make any sense. Kind of keep it as like a travel bag. Save that one for later. Pick this one up. Potions. I can pick that one up. Cartography. I can pick that one up. Spruce logs. And I'll keep logs too. Nether blocks. This one needs a rework. This one needs a rework. I don't need a stone box. Quartz is good. Yeah, if I need that much stone, I can come to the chest room. Just pick some up. This one is a huge rework. I don't need deep slate diamond ore in here. I don't even really know what to keep in here. Like mud, calcite, but I also want to keep flowers and saplings in here. I don't need mud brick in there. Don't need flint. Don't need ore. All this is just a combination of stuff. Brown mushroom, I'll keep. All this stuff though, it can go into the chest room. I actually need to come down here and kind of organize. Like, I need a Fortune 3 pickaxe to come and get rid of all this ore and all this coal. Good gosh. Alright. I think this is good. I can go into the inner chest. Bricks. All of this stuff does not need to be in here. Get rid of all of it. I'm actually also going to start storing some building blocks on this side. So like all of this can be stone. But like things such as polished diorite, that can go just straight into the diorite chest. Which I might have to add a shulker box for. Same thing with the granite. It can go straight into the granite box. Then I have all of this deep slate. I think I'm just gonna keep. I think I have a chest literally called nether. I think I'm gonna throw all the nether stuff in there. Then I have bricks. I think I have clay and mud. Bricks can go in here. Not copper. Bricks can go right there. Then endstone bricks. Do I have a chest for endstone? I don't think I do. Nature it is. And then deep slate and blackstone can stay in there. I'm gonna keep the granite in there just because I kind of use it a lot with brick. Nether blocks. Yeah, I don't like this a whole lot. It's mainly just blackstone, so we can take out all of that. I'll keep the polished basalt and throw everything else in their respective chests. When I put crimson planks, do I have a chest for that? I do. I just realized I have a foliage chest. And I have a nature chest. So, first of all, I don't need this many leaves in here. We can take out some of those and throw them into here. And also, this can just be blocks. And everything else can go in here. So, anything that's like a block can go inside that chest. I think I'm going to grab me another bundle. How do you make a bundle again? Oh, that's cheap. It's really cheap. And then I can just throw some smaller items in here. Perfect. No, I just realized there's a green and that's lime green. That doesn't make sense because your shulker box is lime. Alright, so that can be foliage. This can be nature. I just realized I don't have like a cyan shulker box. I could have swore I did, but I don't. Well, this one's going to be cyan. Do I have any cyan? No, I don't. How do you make cyan again? Green. Okay, well. Alright, so this can be kind of like nature blocks. And then this is going to be like plants and stuff. These two are good. Don't need leaves in here. Don't need dirt in here. Take out all of this. Just because if I need it that bad, I can just come here and grab it. Gives me a reason to visit this place. Spruce logs. I was going to fill this one up. So you're good. Don't need a stone shulker box. Just with stone. Is that the second one I pulled? All the stones look to be okay. Again, if I need a certain block, I'll take note of it and then go and replenish it. For the time being, I'm just kind of organizing. Dark stones, that's okay. Then I have this over here. This is nether blocks, but what if I just rename it to darker stones? Nah, I'll just keep it that one's okay. Logs is okay. Woods is okay. Actually want to replenish these because I use these all the time. So let's see, do I have any spruce fences? I do. Any spruce doors? Wait, what the hell? Oh, I forgot. I don't keep them organized like that no more. Hanging signs, oak signs. Oh, I guess you can only stack those to 16. Stairs. Oh well, I don't feel like doing this. Good enough. I guess I'll keep a sandstone block. And this one can be yellow. I don't have any yellow dye. That's crazy. Sandstone. And this is just kind of like a travel shulker box. Like, I've already explained it, but like when I go on trips, I just throw like all the loot in here. Actually, just gonna throw those over here, and that opens up four slots. And straight away, I want to add a copper shulker box. Why? Because I'm gonna start using copper a lot more in my builds. I think it's such a nice building block. Wait, do I just have orange flowers? I do. Also need a chest. Why do I have a stack of chests? That was probably an accident. I have a lot of rooms in my house that don't really have a purpose or give me a reason to go to them. Like, I just realized there used to be a painting right here. Let's fix that. I'm tired of there being like just so much wasted potential in my actual house. Like, I keep doing like all these newer builds and like just keep neglecting like my actual house. I had one paint in here I really liked, and I don't remember which one it was. It may have been that one. Maybe it was that one. That one? No. No. I don't know. Like, I don't remember what painting I had right here. I know it was a 3x3. Oh, that one. That one for sure. Yeah, I have these like all these wasted just potential in my base. And it makes me sad. Because like I just keep building and building and building. I don't really give any... Why do I have 2 beds? Like, okay, let's break it down. Let's break it down by use. So, this down here is the main floor. It gets away because it's the main floor. It used to have my chest room. And it also has a map wall that I frequent quite often. I just realized I haven't updated that map. But it gets away with every pass because it's OG. And then you go up here. This is my bedroom slash kitchen, I guess. And then got a nice pantry. This gets away because this is where I store food and where I sleep sometimes. You go up a floor, the 3rd floor, it gets away because it's the chest room. But then it starts getting complicated because you go up here and there's nothing in here. This is still to this day a mess. Because this used to be an attic. It used to be the topmost floor. But there's nothing going on here. This is a weird room. This was a weird room and I kind of decorated it. I really like this room. This room is supposed to be where I keep my happy ghast, which I think he's flying over there somewhere. I have no idea. This up here, weird room. Another weird room. And then this is kind of like my chillax room that I've done nothing with. And then another weird room that again I've done nothing with. It's even more complicated when you go to perhaps the first base expansion, which used to have a purpose. It used to be my library. This whole build used to be my library, but then I kind of redid it, and now its purpose is my workshop, where I go to repair tools. I hardly come in here, but this is kind of where I go to repair tools, and I don't come in here a lot because all my tools are mended. And like I've said in prior episodes, I want to change that. I just don't know when I want to do that. So playing around with the enchants on some tools. You come in here, it gives you access to the hobbit holes. This takes you to the library. This takes you to the hobbit holes, which kind of have a purpose. You go up to the 2nd floor, no purpose. Other than a fully zoomed out map that is very, very thrown together. I mean, look at this. This should be in the map room, but if I get rid of it, I have no reason to come here. It does take you, again, to the hobbit holes. It also takes you outside and to the tree houses, whatever you want to call them. It's really weird because, like, it's got this weird staircase because I don't want to put a floor here. This room is perhaps the most unused room in my whole base. There's nothing going on here. It makes me really upset. I want there to be something going on here. I just can't come up with anything. Oh, I have a barrel filled with tools for some reason. I think what I was going to do, I was going to make this like my armory. Well, not my armory, but like my place I go to store like tools. And then over here, it's the long hallway, skybridge rather. This is the armory. And I never come here because it's so far away. And it's a shame because it's a really cool build. I just never come here. I even one day had plans to expand further out, but how am I going to do that, like, if I don't even really come out here? But I think what I kind of want to do sometime is build a adventure room. Maybe it can finally give this part of my house a purpose. This part right here. Maybe it can be the place I go to plan adventures. I actually really like that idea. This can be the adventure planning room. I also really want to build... Let me get a sign down. Why do I have wool in here? Before I forget. Adventure planning room. There we go. I want to build like a treasure room. Where should that build go though? I've given it a lot of thought, and I think just to kind of give the castle some purpose, I'm going to turn this build into that idea. Just a place I can go to store some treasure. It's close to the museum. Gives me a reason to visit the castle. It doesn't even really look like a library. I hardly have any books in here, but I'm kind of wanting to turn this into that. So I guess we're working in here again, but this time it has a new life, I guess, because to be honest with you, I didn't really want to turn this into a library just because I have a library already. Like, it was just going to be for aesthetics, but now that I have reason to come in here and actually give it purpose, I have motivation to work in here again. It's just very dark, and let's see, do I have any night vision left? Well, I know the first thing I need to get built, and that's going to be a chandelier. So let me cook one up, that way I can actually see in this place. Let's see what I can come up with. Update time. Got that chandelier built, and I also kind of finished placing all of the interior blocks. I just finished all this, that way it actually looks complete. I just realized I haven't placed the wall detail over there, and I kind of need to do that. I don't know how I forgot to do that, but I did. It's still really dark in here. Yeah, it's literally like a mob farm in here. I'm just gonna spam a bunch of torches. Okay, I need to decide on the floor design. Another thing I'm considering, I have a tunnel right here that kind of wraps around and then goes over here. I want there to be a hallway. Just the only problem, it's a different level. This is a block higher than what's over there, so that's an issue. Don't really know what I'm gonna do about that, but let's start working on this floor. I gotta dig all of this out. Gotta get rid of all these torches I just placed, and then decide on the floor design. Let's get started. Floor is all cleared out. Tools are all repaired. Even got some levels out of it. My brother's gardening farm is coming in clutch. But now I gotta decide on the floor design. And usually how I go about tackling these things, I start on the edges and then I make my way in. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I might go with glazed terracotta. Who knows? But I'll see what I can come up with. I love it when I get carried away with the build. It looks the same from the outside. I mean, minus these doors here, but if you come in, here she is. I've done a lot more than just the floor. Yeah, I got carried away, but I got a nice floor design. I think it's a perfect combination of castle themed, because this is part of the castle technically, but I think it's a perfect theme of that, as well as keeping the theme of what I want this build to be, which used to be the library. That's what I made episode 13 about, but like I said, I'm changing it. It's going to be the treasure room now. It's just going to be a place after my adventures I can come and just offload stuff I find. So like, I don't know, like chainmail armor or stuff. Even though I have an armory for that, I'm kind of thinking of taking each and every bit of my house, copying it with structure blocks, and taking it to a flat world to kind of dissect each and every purpose, because I want my base to have purpose, and I've already went through this. I think next episode I might do that, because there's some builds like I want to add to my house, but like it's like I don't want to just keep expanding, because there's bits that don't have purpose, and I need to fix that. But that's not here right now. That's in the future. What have I done? Well, I added two more chandeliers. I did some wall decor. I just realized that trapdoor is wrong orientation. I did some paintings, some banners, some lights, threw in some further detail on these walls. I'm a sucker for trapdoors, as you can probably tell. I did a door here. I'm gonna say that's it. I did some more detail here. The hardest part with designing this was getting rid of all the darkness. So I added some glowstone here. Obviously I added a bunch of lanterns, but probably the biggest thing I did, I replaced all of the dark oak that runs along the outside perimeter of the floor, I replaced it with slabs and threw in some glowstone on the bottom. But that wasn't enough, so I went ahead and did the same thing, outlining this like a rug. I just replaced all these full blocks with slabs. I don't think it's too much. I think it's the perfect amount. It just makes this place look like all these lights I have in here are actually providing sufficient light, which by themselves they aren't. So that's why I had to go through and do that. It's fine. I also redesigned this wall here and added a double door that takes you to this hallway, which is dead. I really like how it turned out. It's kind of a copy of what's out there, but it just comes through here. I had a door here just like that. I got rid of it because I want this to be a continuation of this hallway. I don't want it to be kind of like a room you go through or a tunnel. It's a continuation of this hallway in essence. And it just takes you to, you know, over there. I wanted to move the nether portal into a room like this, but this is kind of off-centered to this, and it wouldn't look too good, so I decided against doing that. Where are my carrots? I lost my food. That's great. Maybe I ate them all. I don't know. But it really pushed this build to shame. Like, I remember building this thinking, oh, this is really big for the castle. But now I have this entire just blob over here, and it's gonna stay a blob until I can get more of the castle built. It's done, I would say. I didn't really record too much. I've been yapping a lot, like a lot. I'm just happy it's done, because this was a really big build. It was a really big project, and something that like I didn't think I was gonna be able to do. I didn't really think I was gonna be able to pull it off, and I think I did. Now I just gotta come in here and add some tables and actual, oh, look at the museum. That's cool. Actually, like, give it purpose. Like, I have all this stuff in here. What these say they're decorated, but they're not. Like, maybe I can just stem them down. I don't know. I'm still learning, but I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of done working in here. I don't want to be in here no more. I've spent way too much time on this build. I want to say that this is gonna be the end of episode 14. It definitely doesn't feel like it. I spent most of the episode fiddling around with my shulker boxes, and that doesn't really make for that much content, but I'm fine with it. You know, I have something big planned, and I kind of touched up on it. I just want to kind of put life back in my base, give me purpose to actually go to it, and that's going to be a really big project. I actually had an idea last night, either here, but more than likely up here. I think I'm going to make this where I store CDs. I just realized that's not even, that's why. I mean, I could technically just throw a shelf there. You probably wouldn't even be able to tell. I kind of want to store records in here, like CDs, music discs, rather. Music disc, I don't know, area. I think that'd be kind of cool. And then maybe this can be access storage for music discs. I don't know. With that being said, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I know it was kind of a uneventful episode. I've been burning myself out trying to get like a lot built in one episode, so I think this is kind of refreshing. It's kind of a precursor to something I have planned. I even end up doing that. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Go listen to some music. Music is nice. It's great. Catch you next time, hopefully in episode 15. Yeah, I'll see you there. Hope you have a great day. I've already said that. Bye bye.